You know, every day these racist characters come out, and they show their true colors. I'm gonna read you guys an article of the Atlanta Hawks controlling owner, Bruce Levenson. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Could be Levenson or Levenson. So I'm gonna just say Levenson. I'll put it that way. But boy, I tell you, man, it seems like every time you turn around, somebody is showing their true colors. I'm gonna read you guys this article. It says Atlanta Hawks controlling owner Bruce Levenson has self-reported to the NBA that he sent a racist email August 2012 and will sell his interest in the team. Levenson reported the email to the NBA in July, almost 2 years after it was sent, but while the league was deep in a litigation over the now completed sale of the Los Angeles Clippers. The investigation was ongoing when Levenson decided to leave the team. The email to the Hawks president, Danny Furry, details Levenson's belief that the Hawks fan base was too heavily African American. In quotes, I wrote an email 2 years ago that was inappropriate and offensive, Levenson said, in a Hawks News release Sunday morning. I trivialize our fans by making cliched assumptions about their interests, i.e. hip-hop versus country, white versus black cheerleaders, etc., and by stereotyping their perceptions of one another, i.e. that white fans might be afraid of our black fans. By focusing on race, I also sent that unintentional and hurtful message that our white fans are more valuable than our black fans. Levenson was one of the strongest critics among owners of Donald Sterling. The Clippers owner was recorded making racist comments and quickly banned for life from the league. So I mean, I laugh at this because it's like, it's like they said in the article, he was the one of the main cats out here talking about, oh yeah, that's wrong what Donald Sterling said and did, and we can't have that in the league. But yet, you got this fucking snuffleless nose looking motherfucker coming out saying racist shit too. So, and just like I said when that whole Donald Sterling thing was going on, I said there are other people within the sports industry that think just like Donald Sterling. You would be a fool, especially a fool as a black person here in America, to think that it's only Donald Sterling that has that type of mindset. I pointed to you guys that I felt like what's that joker that owns the Sacramento Kings? He had certain thoughts. Because remember, he was the main one kicking down the door, and saying, oh, well, we can't do this and do that to Donald Sterling just because of some remarks he made. Mark Cuban, that's his name. But, this is all throughout the entertainment industry, whether you're talking about music, sports, television, etc., etc. We have people who are owning these teams, running these corporations here in America that are racist and have deep hateful thoughts for black folks. And this is why I always advocate, going out here and, really controlling your dollar. Investigate who you are spending your money with, because a lot of these people don't give a damn about the black community, but they love having our dollar bill in their pockets. And like I've said before about other YouTube channel, tomorrow there's a blackout, basically trying to get black folks to, control their dollar and buy black only. So, I stress and I encourage everybody out there, damn it, if you only do it for one day, don't go to these corporations that, are not black owned. Get on the internet just like a lot of you guys get on World Star and Facebook and Instagram and looking up porno and all that. Get on Google, whatever search engine site, and look up black businesses that are in your community or your surrounding community. Buy black tomorrow, because we can make a big statement with us controlling our dollar and watching who we spend our money with. Because you got characters like this guy right here that has deep hatred for black people. Yet, you got black ball players running up and down your court, making you a little funky ass filthy rich. But that's cool. but he's sending, racist texts out. And you would think that, these characters would have a little bit more sense and use a little bit more common sense, being that we're in the age of social media and technology is growing every day. If you're gonna be a racist, do it undercover, and really I'm glad that he was stupid enough to send it through text. But you would think that a lot of these racists will up their ante and stop saying racist things over the phone and through text messaging and stuff like that, because people are listening. If you think you have privacy here in this country, you're sadly mistaken. Everything is monitored. Every time you go outside, there's probably about 3-4 cameras on you as soon as you step out your house. So nothing is private anymore. Everywhere you go, you're being monitored. Every time you swipe your credit card or anywhere, you cash your paycheck, anything like that that's digital. Every time you get on the internet, you are being monitored, you're being watched. But I'm glad this guy is selling his team, but I think we need more black ownerships within the NBA, NFL, all through the entertainment industry, because the entertainment industry is predominantly moved by the Jewish community, and a lot of these people view black folks as the dollar bill. That's pretty much it. It's okay for the Negro to want to run up and down your football field or your basketball court, or get on TV and rap and do all these type of things, but yet these people do not show any respect for our culture and our people. So I think it's time to us as black folks really stand up and start waking up about a lot of this stuff. Start controlling your dollar. Let's start owning our own corporations, owning our own basketball teams. Hell, we might have to come together and start our own basketball league or football league. For you young bucks out there, there used to be, there wasn't always just the NBA. You had I forgot the name of, but there were 2 associations that distribute basketball to the public. I believe Dr. Dre used to play for the other association, and the NBA ended up bringing them over to the NBA level. But there can always be different outlets for us to display our talents and keep our dollar black. So I'm really pushing that. Within the next 10 to 15 years, we might have to start even right now, but we might have to start inventing our own things, taking our talents elsewhere, keeping everything black. Because as long as we're working for racist people who have certain mindsets like this character right here, we will always be disrespected. Because we have people like this guy that, as a child they've been taught to belittle black folks and to look at us as beneath them and to practice white supremacy. But that's all I gotta say about it. Let's start controlling our dollar. Let's start respecting one another and respecting each other when it comes down to racist characters like this. But I'm out. I will leave the link in the description box if you guys want to actually read the article. But this is what's going on in our world, man.